Will it be the youthful hunger of Arsenal? Will it be the last hurrah of Liverpool? Or will it be the perfectionist that is Manchester City? These are the three current teams gunning for the Premier League title. These are the three teams that are competing to be named as the best team in England. And as a football fan, as a fan of the Premier League, this has been a very enjoyable title race to watch, and I'm very curious to see where it goes because these are three teams that are essentially trying to chase history. You're looking at Manchester City, a team that is trying to win 4 Premier Leagues in a row, something that's never been done before. You look at Arsenal, a team that is looking to stamp their name in the Premier League to show that they are here now. They are the next dominating force in the Premier League. And then you have Liverpool, essentially, who are trying to win the Premier League for Jurgen Klopp because being this his last season, this is his last opportunity to win the Premier League. So all teams have something to fight for in this title race. All teams are looking to win, and it's just pure entertainment. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to MKB, and welcome back to Mellow Nose Ball. And what a title race this is looking to be now. Like, we're looking at the beginning of the season, all the teams really kind of weren't really in at the time. Manchester City had a very good start when the Premier League first started. A really good start, they were winning almost every single game. And then Arsenal was just there and about. So Liverpool really, they weren't losing, but they were just drawing a lot of games. They weren't really performing at the level that we know them to. And then as time went on, Manchester City dropped levels. And then we see that Arsenal was starting to go up a level a bit more. Yes, maybe they weren't dominating games, but they were winning games. When you those 1-0s, 2-0s, 2-1s, just making it past them. And then we see a surge into Liverpool. Liverpool started to surge, they started to really win games again. And at some point, Liverpool was one of the teams, alongside Arsenal, were one of the teams that were undefeated in the league. And it's just been this up and down battle between the three teams at the moment, right? And as we stand right now, Liverpool at top, Manchester City second, and Arsenal third. Now I want to go into each team, right? We're looking at let's look at Arsenal, right? Because I want to discuss which team realistically is looking like they might possibly win this title. And really, I don't even know myself because of just what are the ramifications for each team if they win, Like, you look at Arsenal, a young team, a young squad, a team that was there last season. They were at the summit. They were top of the table for almost more than half of the campaign, right? And then they bottled it right at the end. So now we're looking at this Arsenal team that's now going to this season with the experience of what happened last season, and now they're looking like they're about to compete again this season as they are now. But you're looking at them and thinking to yourself, will they be able to compete? Will they be able, once they get to crunch time, once all the games start piling up, once experience is needed, will they be able to compete and possibly win, or will they again bottle like they did? Because we know Arsenal in these situations. Arsenal have bottled plenty of opportunities before. We saw what they did in like a few years back, a couple times when they bottled like Champions League football. We've seen what they did in the league now last season when they were top for almost the whole season and then bottled it right at the end. So now they're here again in this similar situation. Will they now rise and show that they are competing once again and might actually try to win, or will they bottle like they've done already in a couple of seasons before? It's yet to be seen. But then you look at the Arsenal team today, they look very strong. They're very different from the team that they were last season. Last season, again, I think I've already mentioned this, but they were more of this free-flowing team, this team that was just entertainment, just pure attacking, right? But then you look at the team now, it's a lot more different as compared to that team. This team, yes, obviously they still attack more, they still press well, and they'll always sometimes give you moments of entertainment. But defensively this season, they're a lot more solid. Defensively, that's what they practically prioritized. And you see this on the pitch. I think they are the team that conceded the least amount of goals, I think alongside Liverpool, but that could have changed over the couple of games. But you're seeing that Arsenal now are in a position where they have changed their team, they've adapted their team due to the mistakes that have happened last season. But again, I think the main issue when you look at when you look at Arsenal for possibly not winning the league is because of the inexperience that they have. The fact that they still lack those experience. They haven't been in a position where they've won. They haven't won enough yet to be a team where you can think that, you know what, they can really win this title. But anything is possible. You gotta start somewhere, and this could be their start. Now we look at Liverpool. We're looking at the Liverpool side of things, and we look at Liverpool. We know what Liverpool are all about. We know what Liverpool are capable of. This is a team that has been competing with Manchester City for the past decade. This is one of the best teams in the league and one of the best teams in the world, and we know that this is a team that is always striving to win. A winning mentality, hungry, crazy. They're crazy players. All of them want to win, and especially this season, considering the fact that Jurgen Klopp is leaving, this might be his last opportunity to win the Premier. You know that each and every player in the Liverpool team wants to win this trophy for Jurgen Klopp, not only for themselves but for that man, for that guy, for the man who has essentially made this team and brought them back to greatness. However, when you look at this Liverpool team now, I think the main issue that you look at currently for this team is the injuries. They have suffered an immense amount of injuries. You look at the likes of Alisson, you look at the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Soboslai, you look at the likes of Curtis Jones, Diogo Jota, like the list goes on. The amount of players, Thiago, one of them, another person who's missing. Like, you look at the amount of players that are missing for this Liverpool team. You need to wonder about the squad depth. You start wondering if they'll be able to continuously compete because of the amount of injuries, because they're missing key players. They're missing key players right now. And if this is the case, will they be able to sustain their top of the table lead? Because even then, it's very minute. Like, you're looking at it, it's only like 1 point separating Manchester City and Liverpool currently, and I think only 2 points separating them from Arsenal. So any slip up could cause them to lose their top of the table position, right? And the thing is, with the amount of players missing, quality is missing. And with quality missing, sometimes you may need that quality in certain games and not get it, and that will cause them to drop out of the first place position. But again, Liverpool has been here before. Liverpool have been through situations where they have had to deal with a lot of injuries, and they are a team that is capable of winning the league. But again, this is a serious problem for them. The amount of injuries is insane. So you gotta look at it and you think to yourself, is it possible? Will they be the ones to be able to do it? But you don't know. But then now we look at the perfectionists. We look at Manchester City. We look at the team that has won the Premier League 6 times in the last 10 years, right? And again, they're chasing history. They're chasing greatness. They're chasing to win the Premier League 3 years in a row. Something that 4 years in a row. Something that's never been done before. But again, we're looking at Manchester City this season. Obviously, we always say this about Manchester City. Every season, we always tell ourselves, they don't look the same. They don't look like the team they were last season. They look like the dominant force. But this season, generally, they don't really look like the dominant force that they always are. I know it's pretty, that's what we say all the time. But you look at the run of games, part the beginning of the season where Manchester City was winning an absurd amount of games. No, we're looking at it now where they've kind of slowed down. In certain situations, Manchester City now defensively are not as good as Arsenal, Liverpool defensively, right? Because they've hardly kept any clean sheets as compared to the City we know of old that was just defensively solid and would destroy you on the attack. Offensively, yes, still get goals here and there, but again, it still feels like they lack something offensively. And probably one of the biggest things about Manchester City right now is their record against the top 6 teams this season. Against the top 6 teams this season, they've only been able to beat Man United. There was a draw against Spurs, a draw against Liverpool, 2 draws against Chelsea, and a loss against Arsenal. They have not been able to beat the top 6. And this following month, in March, they're going to be playing probably one of the hardest runs of fixtures ever, because they still have Man United coming up, they still have Liverpool coming up, they still have Tottenham coming up, and they still have I think I mentioned Arsenal. Yeah, they still have these games to come up, and if they don't perform in these games next month, you're looking at Manchester City and you're thinking to yourself, I don't think they're possibly winning the league, because these are crucial stages of the title race. But then again, the experience of Manchester City is they've been here before, they've done this before, they've been in high pressure situations and been able to prevail. But when you look at them this season, it just doesn't look like they're going to be able to do the same thing. But again, you can't count them out because this is Manchester City. They have won it 6 times in 10 years. So this is going to be a very exciting Premier League campaign. This title race is going to be very exciting because anything at this point is possible. Anything is possible. Any team may rise to the occasion, and I am looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, as a Manchester City fan, I want my team to win. I want them to win, but as a footballing fan, it is so enjoyable just to watch this title race unfold. So that's where I'm going to end the video, guys. Comment down below on who you guys think will possibly win the Premier League this season. You know what I'm saying? Like this video, and also subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for any post notifications. And yeah, we're out.